This message is for the students who are writing their AS level exam, A2 level exam, and also IGCSE exam on this May-June month. So my first advice is, now you have to stop revising the theory parts. Now you have to start writing papers as soon as possible. The main reason is, now you have only 1 month to practice for the exam. So the first thing, you have to complete all your past papers, and the other thing is, you should try some model papers to check whether you are okay with all the theory parts and also about your practice on your past papers there. And the next thing is, you should understand what are the question types they are giving in the exam by looking at the past papers. And then you have to check your knowledge by doing some model papers from the that can be term test papers or some kind of new questions there, to check whether you can write the new questions in the exam. After completing a paper, you have to check your answers. That means you have to compare your answers with the marking scheme to make sure that you are writing your answers according to the marking scheme. For example, some questions are there, they are giving 4 marks. Then you have to check from the marking scheme what are the points they are giving the 4 marks for that question. From that point, we'll able to make sure that we are getting all the full mark in the paper. And so if you have some kind of a feeling that when you are writing explanation questions, if you are missing some points, you have to check what are the points you are missing according to the marking scheme. And also, when you are going to do some kind of a calculation, when you are writing papers, you have to check whether your answer is between the range in the marking scheme. That is also important to get the final mark for the calculation. The next thing is, you have to consider your time management when you are writing the papers. I have seen most of the students, they are not considering the time taken for the completion of papers when they are writing papers at home. But as the exam is very closer to us, what we have to do is, when we are writing papers, we have to consider the exact time for the paper 1 and 2 and 3 when you are writing the total papers there. And finally, when the exam is near, we'll discuss some kind of exam points. That means what are the predictions we can discuss before the exam, and we'll try to increase our marks in our final exam. Thank you.